It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. As we start a brand new week on the channel, you have arrived on a Monday, which means it is a Metal Monday. And today I am going to the American metal band Disturbed for the first time in quite a long time. And I am pumped about this one. This is a band that I have heard 3 times previously on the channel, but I haven't reviewed any of their music since 2021, so it is past time to get back to more music from the band Disturbed, and I'm happy that y'all are here. The song that we're going to look at is called Don't Tell Me. This is from their 8th album, Divisive, which was released in November of 2022. But here's the thing, y'all. The official video for this song did not get released until January 12th. of 2024. That's like 10 days ago. So the album was released in November of 2022, and it was more than 2 years before the release of this official video. That's interesting. And the video has done quite well, friends. In just 10 days, the video has more than 1.8 million views. And I think I know why it has struck such a chord. It's because Ann Wilson is the guest vocalist on this particular song. So a few patrons of mine directed my attention to this last week. And when I learned that Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Ann Wilson sings on this track, I just had to get it scheduled. So that's why we're doing it this week. I have heard, y'all, many really great vocalists over the last 3 years that I've been doing the Daily Doug. Some that come to mind are John Anderson of Yes. I love the voice of Ross Jennings from Haken. Annie Haslam, beautiful voice. Jeff Tate from Queensryche. Dimash, who we looked at a few months ago. But, you know, David Draymond's voice sticks with me as one of my more favorite rock vocalists that I've heard along this Daily Doug journey. He's got a big vocal range and his tone is just beautiful. And so I really enjoy his singing. And Ann Wilson is, in my mind, the preeminent female rock vocalist of the last 40 plus years. So with both of them singing on this track, I am expecting to have a good time with this one. So we've got David Draymond on lead vocals, Ann Wilson is on backing vocals, Dan Donegan is on guitars and keyboards, John Moyer is on the bass, and Mike Wengren is on drums and percussion. This is Disturbed in the video for Don't Tell Me. Off we go. E flat minor, flat 6,
we can't help but cause more pain, wounded more with every word
relative major,
there's
flat 6,
the memories remain.
back to 6.
Here we are once
again. Questioning the end. I think it's the end of a relationship. I'm supposed to let you go.
Don't tell me now that you hate me.
Tell me that you hate me.
For never letting go. Let there be no doubt.
Let there be no doubt. I can't live my life without you. There she is. Keep reliving everything. I can't believe how much it hurts. So both of them are hurting. Octaves. They're singing in octaves. voices are great together, aren't they? This is Mary Go. And she's singing in thirds. Awesome. The way it's shot. Listen to the grit. Listen to the grit in his voice. You hear that? Wow, it's beautiful. There's a little bit of grit, of scratching sound in his vocal color. To me, that's him just turning up the intensity a little bit. Now, like 3 years ago when I first heard David sing, which was The Sound of Silence, which has become my most watched video of everything on my channel, I was critical of David's vocal at the end when he was adding all that gruff into it. I'm like, if you've got that vocal color, let it go and just sing your heart out. And a lot of people have gotten on to me for that. And 3 years later, I don't think as negatively about that as I once did. Of course not, because I've learned a little bit more about the style and how these rock vocalists will add that color to the intensity of the sound. So I have nothing bad to say about that. Actually, it's an interesting choice because it's just him at the end, and there's that, it's almost like it hurts, right? When you hear that scratch in his voice, there's still that intensity, and it matches up with what the song is about. Boy, I loved that. That was great. Not metal, of course, but some good old-fashioned rock and roll. I've got a little bit more information about this that I want to tell you here. This album from Disturbed was released 4 years after their previous album, Evolution, which was released in 2018. And in that time period, between 2018 and 2022, a lot happened in the world, right? And a lot happened in the band. Drummer Mike Wingren got divorced. The guitarist Dan Donegan also went through a relationship split. And, of course, there's that little thing called a global pandemic that we all went through. And the further away that we get from 2020 and 2021 in that time, and as I reflect back on it, in addition to the physical maladies, the threat of physical harm, we also went through emotional upheaval. At least I did. Most everybody that I've talked to about the experience of going through that time period, there's a lot that went on in our heads, right? So Donegan has said this about the whole idea around this. He said, during COVID-19, I was going through a divorce after 18 years of marriage. Part of that divorce process is that there was still a great deal of love that we have for each other, and we couldn't imagine our lives without each other. Just letting that go. Letting somebody go that you still love, but maybe the marriage just might not be working anymore. The song touched on that, and it was very personal. And as a result, it was Donegan's concept for the song and for the song's point of view. And then David, in the words of Donegan, took the ball and ran with it, and the song was developed from there. And with the song being about a disintegrating relationship, the band thought it would be good to have a guest vocalist to join with them on the track. And so David is a huge fan of Ann Wilson. He's got great taste in music, right? And so Ann had written on Twitter how much she was inspired and moved by Disturbed's cover of The Sound of Silence. It's a great cover, y'all. And after that, David and Ann struck up a friendship built on mutual respect. And when the band asked her to appear as a guest vocalist, she said yes. And from what I read, it's the first time that Disturbed has included a non-band member on one of their albums, the very first time in 20 something years that they've been a band. So it's a special occasion, and boy, what a special song, especially with both of their voices coming together to make it work. Wow, y'all, that was really, really great. I'm glad that I listened to it. Thank you, patrons, for alerting me to this new song. I very much enjoyed it, and I hope that y'all did as well. This has been fun, y'all. That's all for today, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Dog.